Boots has no downside. Boots is definitely a meta-defining item. Boots makes all the fat shit so fat and so annoying. But you know what really is horrible? When you play the greedy leftovers Dondozo, and they got leftovers. I'm telling you, bro. The greedy leftovers Dondozo, that shit is OP. Every now and then you'll run into a stall or a fat team and they'll have that, and it'll feel like 2 Dondozos. That shit'll really feel like 2 Dondozos. I played against the leftovers Blissey before too. Good God almighty. The special attacks were already doing 12%. Now they're doing 6%. Nah, that shit's evil. You know, the choice scarf, that used to be the item. This used to be, you needed one of these on every team. Gen 4 through 7, playing without a scarfer? You must be crazy. Man, now the scarfer role has completely fallen off. You see a very rare occasional scarfer. Like a Val or Enamorous, because those are like win cons. In Enamorous's case specifically. We even used to see Scarf Roaring Moon. But like, now you can run a booster. You could have a sun team with that sun walking wake. You know what I'm saying? Mad mods be dragon dancing. So much dragon dancing. That Scarf Lando, Scarf Latios angle, you just had to be there for that time period. If you were there for that, you know. If you know, you know. There was a time when we were seeing that Scarf Keldeo. We used to see Scarf Bisharp Pursuit. Very, very rarely. I remember I had a team in Gen 6. Scarf Bisharp Pursuit. Assault Vest. Man, good times. But Scarf Tyranitar Pursuit. Scarf used to be that item. Playing without Scarf? Nah, you used to have to be a fool to do that. Playing without Scarf, you used to get laughed at. Posting team with no Scarf. You used to deadass get laughed at. Even back in Gen 5, what was that guy? Garchomp? Everybody be scarfing that Garchomp back in the day. That shit used to sweep me all the time. I would always run these greedy ass offense teams, and Garchomp would come in with fucking bitch ass 102 speeds here. Outspeed everybody. All setup guys get pegged up by Garchomp. Garchomp was too tough. Scarf Lele, that's a good one. Nah, Scarf is for sure A. And if it was like all generations, then Scarf might just be S, because Scarf really was that shit. Scarf was so beautiful. It's crazy. I actually used the Scarf Pult in the tournament before. That shit was okay. It could have been better. It could have been worse. So we take it. Nah, Scarf, I might have to put Scarf in the all meta. Nah, I'm just going to put defining items. Actually, I can still put meta defining items. This is going to be all items. Because I'm going to be honest, the Scarf is too crazy. The Scarf is too crazy. You gotta talk about the impact. You feel me? The impact. These are some crazy items. Choice Scarf, it belongs on every team. Band and Specs are whatever. Like those will always be subjective to your team, like based on what kind of breaking you need. But Scarf, back in the day, Scarf was mandated. Band should get S tier because of swag. Band is up there, bro. Band is like, I mean, nowadays Band, you don't see it as much, but you can still have some good shit like choice Band Scizor. Band Knight fell off completely. It had its time in Gen 8 though. I mean Gen 9 though. Shout out Sub Punch. Assault Vest is up there. Nah, Band is tough. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to put all these shits. Specs is more of a greedy item. Specs had less utility than Band. Band is like OP. Band fits on like everything. You could band everybody. But Specs is only for true winners like Dragapult. You know what I'm saying? Tapu Lele. Greninja, Ash Greninja. And then Gen 6 had some Specs users too. But Specs is some greedy shit. I would put Specs below both of these, to be honest. Band is too easy. You know what I'm saying? Band, and also Banded Mons get all the shice priority moves too. I think the Scarf and the Band just barely are better than the Specs. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty damn sure. I like using specs. I'm using specs Latios every game ever. But specs is definitely more constricting. Leftovers, oh man. Oh man. That was the shit. Generation. Oh man. Leftovers is that item, man. Although the last 2 generations we've seen a tough hit for leftovers. But that's a S rank item. Can't go wrong. You know, back in the day it was like if you play against a Heatran, and even now this could still be a way to deal with Heatran, you gotta knock off that Heatran. You gotta knock off that Heatran because otherwise it's gonna live forever. Leftovers on any grassy terrain team needs to be Gigaband. Oh shit, remember the Melmetal's back in Gen 8? Click and protect. Getting back 25% HP? Hell no! Hell no! That was fucked up. Oh, and protect Spadef Garchomp. That was another guy that was up to no good. That shit was actually up to no good. I hated that Spadef Chomp. That shit was like Gliscor of Gen 8. Oh my goodness. Spadef Chomp with Toxic Protect? Nah, that shit was so annoying. Leftovers on Garg? Oh my god. Protect Leftovers Garg? Get that shit out of here. The Sash is timeless. The Stealth Rock lead with the Sash on? Damn. Nah, Sash has been in style forever. What do we see in Gen 9 that's Sash? Do we even see that shit? What is a... We see Hatterene Sash on Trick Room. Glamora Sash fell off. Samurai is a big one. Oh, Ceruledge! Ceruledge the unbeatable! Oh no! Right, Bombi? Facts, facts. Nah, Ceruledge the unbeatable. Nah. Sash might be in the meta-defining items. Because early offense always runs Sash. In every early metagame, they'd be Sash maxing. Oh no. Sash is for sure cheap. Sash is for sure cheap. Nah, Joe, this is an all OU tiers. If it was just Gen 9, I gotta change the title. But if it was just Gen 9, then yeah, I would probably put Scarf lower. Because nobody be running Scarf. But since it's all-time OU, I had to put Scarf ahead. Because since Scarf used to have to be mandatory. But Specs is always on the greedy guys. And Specs guys don't beat Stall most of the time. So, that's why I put him at A. Except for Tapu Lele, I guess. But it gets pursued in the old days. A Zelf invested in Sash stocks early. What's the most iconic Sash Pokemon? You know what the most annoying Sash Pokemon back in the day to beat was? That guy Breloom. That guy Breloom. Oh my goodness. That guy Breloom was out of control. Smeargle? Nah, Smeargle was cheap. Smeargle was super cheap. Nah, Smeargle was... Don't even talk about no Smeargle. Yeah, Sash Alakazam is a good one. Sash Alakazam is fucking OP. I used to love running Sash Alakazam. I used to see people run Life Orb Alakazam and be shocked. In Gen 5. How could you do that? How could you ever do that? Just hit all that shit, bro. Did Drill ever run Sash? Oh yeah, lead Sash Drill. We used to be all on that shit back in Gen 6. I even had a Gen 8 team with that shit. And a Gen 7 team. But it was good in Gen 6. That lead Sash Drill. Lead Sash Rocks will never go out of style. Lead Pokemon will never go out of style. For that reason, this shit might just be like right here. Maybe that's crazy. Nah, but Sash guys are actually so crazy. The Sash lead to get your field effects, that shit will never go out of style. It's just too OP. Where's Oranberry? You know Oranberry. Sash is actually too crazy. What is this, Lumberry? It's just the best item ever. This is one of them low-key. This is one of them low-key S-rank items. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That Lumberry be hitting. When you don't know what to run, just throw on that Lumberry, man. That shit really a S-rank item, because you be seeing that shit today. I still play against Lum Gambit, and I'm like, fuck, my Will-O-Wisp cheese didn't work. Nah, tell me you haven't been there. If you let it in the last week, you probably got packed up by Lum Gambit. That's the worst feeling when you try to burn it and cheese, and then they're fucking Lumberry, and you're like, ah, fuck. They have, ah, man. When your counter is Will-O-Wisp to Gambit, no, bitch. Lumberry back on the day in Dragonite was also so fucking annoying, because you always try to hack Dragonite or status it. Nah, you're cooked. Lum is happened today, I fear. Nah, Lum is all reliable. Lum Volcarona, yup. When they go to their Cleft T-Wave, and then it's Jove. It's Jove. Lum is such a great berry, man. Lum is really crazy. I would honestly maybe put that shit above this. Lum is super crazy. Is Lum better than Specs? Yeah, I think it is. Maybe I underrated Specs. But people really don't be spexing like that, bro. They really don't be spexing like that anymore. They be banding up. But they don't be spexing up. Maybe I could see an argument. You know, I will put Specs in S because I've had some crazy wins with Specs mons before. Where's a tough item like Rocky Helmet? I gotta put this Rocky Helmet shit in S. Rocky Helmet is like the sauciest item of all time to put on your Skarm. That shit is so tough. You could put Rocky Helmet on anything, bro. I remember I got a couple of Gen 6 teams with Rocky Helmet Superior. Rocky Helmet Amoonguss, that's a real throwback, man. What a beautiful Pokemon, man. Helmet Ferrothorn was Demon Time. Helmet Lando. He's so beautiful. Rocky Helmet is the cheapest of cheap shits. Help you break down their team early. Any offense team loves the Rocky Helmet guy. It's free damage. Even that Helmet Dragonite was going stupid that game. I used it in that one live. Rocky Helmet Landers with that max HP, max defense. That shit's so cheap. Helmet Tornadus is mad annoying. I hated that shit back in the day. Helmet Torn in Gen 7 and Gen 8, and even in Gen 6 occasionally. But they use it more in 7 and 8. Man, that shit is so fucking annoying. Nah, Helmet is actually so cheap. I'm gonna put that shit over Boots. But Boots has only been around for 2 gens, but it's mad important. But Helmet, I'll be running that shit on Clef and Tinglu in Gen 9. Of course, on Corvin and Skarm as well. But the first 2, I love running that shit on Clef. Helmet Clef is giga cheap. That shit owns Tusk. Because the Headlong doesn't 2-hit KO. Nah, that shit is cheap. Rocky Helmet Hatterene is also really good. That's a fact. I like that one a lot. What else is like mad relevant here? What am I missing here that's super relevant and worth rating? There's got to be something on here that stands out above everything else. Where's Light Clay? Which one is that? Oh, this is Light Clay, right? Okay. Light Clay is like a S rank item in my opinion. Like, screens will never fall off. I would put this shit like right here. I think that shit is OP, honestly.